You know Tyler Perry, billionaire, studio mogul, creator of Medea. But what you might not know is that before the fame, the wealth, and the legacy, he was homeless, sleeping in his car, living off scraps, chasing a dream no one believed in, not even the audience. This isn't just a rags to riches story. It's about persistence when everything says, quit.
If you don't remember anything else I said today, remember climb and maintain. If it's turbulent and there's trouble, go higher.
In this video, we're unpacking how Tyler Perry went from rock bottom to building one of the most powerful film empires in the world. Some pivotal moments. Zero excuses, just the truth behind the grind. Tyler Perry was born in New Orleans in 1969 into a world of pain. His father was physically abusive, and his childhood was marked by fear and trauma. He was beaten regularly, emotionally neglected, and sexually abused by multiple adults. At one point, he even attempted suicide. But writing became his escape. Inspired by Oprah, he started journaling and scripting his pain into plays. He wasn't trying to be famous. He was trying to survive. That early suffering didn't break him. It gave him a voice. A powerful one he'd later use to tell stories no one else in Hollywood was willing to touch.
I was maybe about 18 years ago, I bought this house and I kept getting these insane water bills.
Tyler was born Emmett Perry Jr., but by age 16, he legally changed his name to Tyler to distance himself from his abusive father. It wasn't just a name swap. It was a declaration. I will not become the man who hurt me. That moment marked the beginning of his identity shift, a signal to himself that he could rewrite his story. Perry would go on to explore themes of family trauma, generational cycles, and redemption in nearly all his work. Changing his name was more than personal. It was foundational. The man who walked away from that identity became the man who built his own. In his early 20s, Perry wrote his first play, I Know I've Been Changed, a semi-autobiographical piece about child abuse and forgiveness. He saved 12,000 working odd jobs to stage it in Atlanta in 1992. He expected crowds. Only 30 people showed up, mostly friends and family. It flopped badly. He was crushed. But instead of quitting, he revised the script and tried again, and again, and again. For 6 straight years, the play bombed. No one showed up. No investor wanted it. He lived with constant rejection. But he kept writing, kept believing, because somewhere deep down, he knew he had something worth fighting for. At his lowest point, Perry was homeless, living in his car in Atlanta, using public restrooms to clean up, eating whatever he could afford. He couldn't afford rent, but he never gave up on staging that play. He slept in parking lots, wrote scenes in the dark, and hustled through every no. He once said, I had nothing, but I had God, and that was enough. Faith kept him going. So did the burning belief that his work mattered. He wasn't chasing clout, he was chasing healing. For himself, and for others who'd been silenced like he had. He lived in a car, but his dream lived bigger than that. In 1998, after years of failure, everything changed. Perry rented out Atlanta's House of Blues for I Know I've Been Changed one more time. This time, it sold out. The audience laughed, cried, connected, word spread. The next shows packed theaters. The 6 years of silence suddenly turned into standing ovations. What clicked? Perry realized people didn't just want drama. They wanted characters who made them laugh through the pain. He blended real issues with outrageous comedy. That combination became his signature, and Medea, his most famous character, was born not long after. The struggle finally cracked open the stage. Medea wasn't supposed to be iconic. She was just a character Perry created to add humor to his plays, loud, wild, deeply flawed but deeply loving. He based her on the women who raised him, his mother, his aunt, his grandmother. Audiences fell in love instantly. She spoke hard truths. She healed through tough love, and she made people laugh at their pain. Perry played her himself, dress, wig, voice and all, and turned her into a cultural juggernaut. Medea wasn't just funny, she was real, she was different, and she built an audience Hollywood didn't even know existed. Despite his success on the urban theater circuit, Hollywood kept ignoring Perry. Studios didn't get the appeal. Executives thought his audience was too niche. So Perry made a bold movie. He kept control. He wrote, directed, and produced his own films, starting with Diary of a Mad Black Woman in 2005. It opened at 81 and made $50 million on a $5,000 million budget. Hollywood was stunned. Perry proved that black audiences, especially women, would show up if you told stories that spoke to them. He didn't wait for permission. He created his own lane and dominated it. Perry created a unique model, small budgets, tight shooting schedules, and direct control. He'd write a film in a weekend, shoot it in a week, and turn a profit every time. He didn't chase awards, he chased results. Critics hated it, audiences loved it. He used his earnings to fund more plays, TV shows, and movies. His shows like House of Pain and Meet the Browns ran for years, breaking ratings records. While Hollywood was focused on global blockbusters, Perry quietly built a self-sustaining empire, owned, operated, and profitable. His formula? Don't wait to be chosen. Choose yourself. As his success grew, Perry never forgot his roots. He paid off strangers' lie-away bills at Walmart, bought houses for families in need, paid tuition for students, and rarely sought publicity for it. He built a youth center in New Orleans, helped survivors of hurricanes, domestic violence, and homelessness. Why? Because he was that kid, that broke adult, that person who needed a break. He once said, "I know what it feels like to be unseen, and I don't want anyone else to feel that." Tyler Perry's philanthropy isn't a flex, it's a full-circle act of gratitude. In 2019, Tyler Perry made history. He opened Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, a 330-acre production facility on a former Confederate military base. Let that sink in. A black man, once homeless, now owned one of the largest film studios in America, on land built to keep people like him oppressed. It wasn't just symbolic, it was strategic. The studio includes 12 sound stages, full neighborhoods, replica White Houses, and more. It's a hub for film and TV, and a launchpad for new talent. Perry didn't just build a studio, he built infrastructure. And in doing so, he rewrote the playbook. In 2020, Forbes officially declared Tyler Perry a billionaire, with earnings from film, TV, theater, and licensing. But you'd never know it by how he works. He still writes every script, oversees every production, stays hands-on, not for control, but for vision. He built this empire by staying connected to the people. And while critics still take shots at his work, he doesn't flinch. He says, "The people I'm writing for don't have critics." He's not chasing approval, he's chasing impact. Billionaire status didn't change his grind, it just expanded his reach. Tyler Perry didn't just survive homelessness, he weaponized it, turned pain into plays, trauma into characters, rejection into revenue. Today, he's more than a filmmaker. He's a symbol of what's possible, of what happens when you stay in the fight long enough to win. His empire was built brick by brick, show by show, seat by seat, script by script. He didn't come through the Hollywood gate. He built his own gate, put his name on it, and left it open for others. From the backseat of a Geo Metro to the head of a billion-dollar empire, Perry didn't just beat the odds, he redefined them. Tyler Perry's journey proves that you don't need anyone's permission to succeed. Just vision, faith, and relentless work. He started in a car and built a kingdom. If this story lit a fire in you, hit that like button, share it with someone who's in their grind, and drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got more real stories of raw struggle and powerful comebacks on the way. Thanks for watching. And remember, it's not about where you are. It's about how bad you want to move forward.